On today's episode of The Couch, hopefully I can find that picture to upload for the lovelies. There you go.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, honestly.
No! We are having fun. We're playing great games. This couch is so comfortable.
Hey, honey. Do you know why we fall?
Because gravity sucks.
So we can choose to get back up.
No. You're not. Hey, welcome back to The Couch.
Welcome back, everybody.
Alright, so sand and freedom. It is the second part of the desert level that kind of sucks.
So, tell me this. How is sand correlates to freedom? Because I feel like if you're in a sandy place, just imagine this, all right?
Yeah.
No civilization. It's just you in the sand. How is that freedom? That would drive
right
me,
there,
that would
what
drive
you literally just described is perfectly freedom.
Well, it's more of you're by yourself alone in that desert
What
place
the hell?
where it's hot.
Yes.
And you see nothing.
I will get that box, you piece of shit tornado.
You see nothing but sand all around you. That does not sound like freedom to me.
Oh, if you put, oh, fuck!
Now, granted, freedom comes in many forms, but I'm just saying, to
Not
me,
just
that's
that,
not freedom.
but as well, if you put an ocean with all that sand, then tell me that's not a vacation and freedom for you.
Well, you know I would go for that shit.
So then, right there is an argument against what you were trying to say.
I'm so going to say, just seeing just sand does not sound like freedom to me.
And as well, isolation away from society with a sand-based area
Yeah,
would be a freedom for some.
that's true. I think it's more up to interpretation of like the scenario and what freedom looks like to the person, to the other person.
That part is very fair.
All right.
So,
Story
story time? It's story time!
Sorry, I think I have a frog in my throat. Kidding. All right. This chapter is called "In Which Trouble Comes to Gobo Valley." The Gobbos had long told stories of the Danatinus. I have no idea how to say this name. Dantinis. Dantinus? Dantinus?
Daintiness? The daintiness?
Dantinus.
No, I think it's daintiness. The daintiness, like, weak, dainty.
That's up to consideration. A band of villains known far and wide for their ruthless, burning, wanton looting and marvelous singing voices. They sing. Interesting. I've not seen that yet.
I mean, opera people are kind of evil.
Have you ever been to the opera?
No, I don't
Then
support
how do you
evil.
know it's
I
evil?
don't support evil things.
We'll get to the discussion about that later. What was worse was that wherever there were daintiness, Baron Dante
Okay,
could
so
not.
it's not daintiness. Daintiness is a word, not a name. Oh, God damn it. No!
Baron Dante could not be far behind, king of all villains.
Got it.
Baron Dante, that is so much easier to say, was stronger than 1,000 Dantinis, and he had a long-established hatred for all things Gobbo. He had seen the Gobbos and Croc being blissfully happy, and decided that enough was enough. It was time for the Gobbos to suffer. The valley swarmed with Dantinis as they captured Gobbo after Gobbo and threw them into cages. Dante watched it all, laughing his horrible laugh. King Rufus knew he had to save Croc. He tail-swiped the gong that sat in the center of the village, and it rang, summoning Beanie the bird. Oh, that's her name. Interesting, but it suits. It really does. She appeared immediately, and King Rufus instructed her to whisk Croc away to safety. Rufus looked at Croc. "You're our only hope." Before he could say anything, Beanie spirited Croc away in a shower of magical sparklies, just as Baron Dante snatched up the king in his iron hand. And that ends that chapter. Dun, dun, dun.
Croc, you're our only hope.
Try to say it in
Princess Leia's voice,
yeah.
yes.
This is our most desperate hour. Help us, Croc. You're our only hope.
Yep.
But back to the whole opera thing. So I am back and forth about opera. Okay, I've never been to an opera.
Unless Bugs Bunny's in it, I don't care for it.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny is the dramatic of dramatics. If he's not there, then it's not opera at all. Only reason why I...
Oh, God. Go ahead and finish your statement. I actually have a side story with Bugs Bunny. Oh, God.
You lucky ass.
Yeah, I am.
But, so, I'm back and forth about opera, truly, because I've never been to an opera. I don't think we really get them here in the States. If we do, I don't
we do.
know them.
Again, it's a culture thing.
That's what I figured. No,
Please tell me that comes back and I don't have to hit that switch again.
you probably gonna have to do the switch again.
Okay, it's coming back.
But, no, like, when it comes to opera, like, I've seen it on, movies and all this other stuff. The one movie I will never forget seeing, fucking opera on is, The Young Victoria. And this one, I think, was a tragedy opera because this guy was, like, got, I think it was, like, a clown face painting look to him. And it was one of those, I don't like clowns. Clowns scare the fuck out of me. So it's just one of those, is this supposed to be a tragedy or what? I can't tell. That's another thing, too. When it comes to operas, I've noticed people have programs and they read you. It's supposed to read, what they're expressing, what they're telling to that other person. And I don't know if that's something I can do.
Well, knowing you, yes, you could.
Well, here's the thing. So I've been to a Latin mass, and we had Latin programs, and I could not follow along because there are certain sections where I thought I had it. I thought I could recognize the sounds to the words, but it ended up being a totally different section that was like 2 or 3 pages over because my grandma pointed at me and she's like, "You're on the wrong page, dearie. It's on this page." I'm like, shit. I'm like, okay. Well, my Latin is very rusty. So it's just that. It's like, I don't know.
You don't speak Latin.
Well, yeah,
Latin is
but
also a dead language.
you can't tell me if you went to an opera, you can recognize, the language, because sometimes the language is different. Everything is fine.
I think the sad part is, as I have said, I'm not going to go for 100% on this. But as well, I want to go for a little bit of the challenge.
No, I get it.
But son of a bitch, if this is not pissing me off.
You watched me play Lies of Peace, and now you want to suffer just like I did.
No, it's not that. It's honestly if the challenge is here, I kind of want to do it.
No,
Crap.
it's fair.
Crap.
One thing, and I told Koel, or not Koel, what's his name? I told Grim about this today.
Yeah.
I said I would like to go back to trying to play Tales of Vesperia again.
Yeah. We actually could do that on the channel, I would think. Oh, yeah, we actually could, because there's not going to be a lot of, audio that we have to cut out, like how we did with our Dragon Ball episode. We had to cut out a lot of audio.
Yeah.
Now, granted, funny enough with that, is the audio that got cut out in the episode was actually just the disc. It did not load properly, which was both fantastic and hilarious at the same time. But it would have as much as we're watching now. Well, you're watching with me now on Tales of Vesperia. Vesperia, whatever. Where it's going to have a lot of dialogue like that. So we'll have more dialogue for us to react to.
Yeah.
However, unlike a certain card battler that I'm going to be kind and not mention, have really weird-ass dialogue.
We don't mention the box of horrors that we are trying to forget.
Yeah.
We locked those away ages ago.
That one actually has a decent story. It's been a while since I've played it, so how the hell I made that jump, I don't know. I don't exactly remember the enriched part of the story. But I can definitely say it's a good game. It tells a good story. And I'll kind of leave it up to the taters. If they would like to see an actual Tales series game, let us know. And we actually might touch that one.
Yeah, no, I know that we recently watched a tier like video of all the Tales of games, and Tales of Vesperia was definitely up there.
I think for him, Tales of Vesperia was number 1 on the video we watched.
Yeah, it was, and Tales of Arise was second, and Tales of Vesperia was number 5. I don't remember 3 and 4. I think those were part of like a.
I just remember Symphonia being actually kind of low. And I think 3 and 4 was Zellia. Zellia 1 and Zellia 2.
Yeah.
Which I'm still yet to get, or not get, play. I have them on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to play those on my own time. Because I've heard Zellia 1 actually has a very dark story.
Interesting.
So I'm kind of curious with a dark take of a Tales game, what they would do.
Yeah, no, that does sound intriguing to me. I know that Grim also said something about like how he has like the Tales of Zestria. I think that was voted on this guy's video, at least. I think it was voted like very low tier as like one of the best. Not one of the best. It was like he disliked it the most, I think.
Which one?
Tales of Zestria.
The Zestria, yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
Z1,
was.
He did not like, and I am in very low on that game. Come on, Croc. Come on, Croc. Come on, Croc. There you go.
Nice.
But the part it's. The praise I want to give it is that they did something unique with their battle system, where more or less your characters can power up each other to unlock new moves or unlock new potential. So, idea-wise, that is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Game-wise, I hate that mechanic.
Yeah.
I'd rather have my party work together to do to work as what most traditional Tales games are.
Yeah.
It did not work for me, and then as well the story. The best way to say is felt very fantasy. Generic.
Fantasy?
No, not Final Fantasy. Fantasy generic.
Oh.
That it didn't feel unique as a Tales story does. Like the Tales ones we're watching right now, or I'm playing through right now, has a very unique story in my eyes. Granted, it is, as we already said, it's like a villain-esque story.
Yeah.
But more of it's telling the idea of the what's good for,
sacrificing one.
Yeah, sacrifice one to save a million kind of thing. It's telling that route, but from the perspective of the one.
Yeah.
So it gives a very good spin and does tell some interesting story points.
Yeah.
Tales of Symphonia, I've loved for the longest.
Yeah.
And I will always sing praises of that. And I think the main reason as well, there's a lot of nostalgia goggles for me on that one because that was my first Tales game.
Yeah. I remember you even telling me like it was my first Tales game. I would recommend it.
It is up there on value.
Yeah.
However, Tales of Symphonia 2, I will never recommend to anybody.
Oh god.
That game is crap. I don't mind it for the story-esque part of trying to tell what happened after Symphonia. I actually love the idea of what they were trying to do with that. But when it literally is best way to say, glorified Pokemon game, it's irritating as shit.
Yeah.
And then the party members from the Tales of One are best way to say are super cameo. So they're in there for like best way to say is half a chapter.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I made it here. Bye. No.
Where did you come from?
You stay with me You help me fight this.
Because I want you.
Well, not just that. That's how this works. You are not allowed to leave the party. You
Yep.
are part of the party. You stay part of the party.
Yep. God, that sounds annoying.
It was. But that, as I said, with what they were trying to tell with the Symphonia 2 was decent on that end, and that's about the only defense I can give that game.
Yeah.
Of trying to tell what happened after their events, because screw you bastards. The little of I've told you with Symphonia 1, the best way to say is two worlds working together, because I'm trying to save at least a little spoilers for people who haven't played that game.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend you do, if you can. Oh my god, if you can't get it on the queue. I've heard remakes have been nothing but problems.
Yeah.
I have heard the remake on the Steam is actually the better remake. So if you can't, if you have to do Steam, or if you have to do a new one, that's the way to go. Hopefully.
Honestly, it surprises me that, like today's day and age, it's like people, whenever they announce remakes, people get so excited. And they're like, oh my god, finally we get
to play this again on modern hardware, where before it was, we're stuck with primitive, like for instance, right now, Croc being remade. So this definitely looks primitive as shit.
Yeah.
And there's not exactly anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just product of the time.
Yeah.
But now we can clean it up to be, the best way to say is PS4 graphics kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But from what I heard with Symphonia Remake, there was a lot of stuttering issues. There was one of the big things that they did in Symphonia was when it transitioned from a battle. And this one's kind of a nitpick, but I have to agree, it was part of the charm. Once you got into a battle, it would the glass would shatter and transition into the fight.
Yeah.
So really cool effect, and it was best way to hide a loading screen kind of thing.
Yeah. And
depending on the color of the glass shards, would kind of give you the pick of this is a hard fight or an easy fight. So like if it was you're probably gonna die, it'd be in red. So it's the oh shit. If it was an easier fight, yeah, it's in white. So even in the boss fights, we do the same thing. I don't remember if they actually had the color. I think they stayed in white at that point.
Yeah.
But when the cutscene ended, yeah, glass shatter, and then transition to the fight.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. From what I've heard with the remakes, at least on the Switch, and I think the PlayStation, they got rid of the glass transition, and the cutaway is so
choppy.
Choppy, I don't know if it is the right word, but yeah, it's not smooth. It's a poor transition like that. I
don't know what happened there. It was just more of like I saw you walk off the cliff, and I was like, ooh.
Misjudged the jump distance.
Didn't Genstorm, didn't he play it and say, do not do the whole remake? It's not worth it.
No, I don't.
Or was it Genstorm or someone else?
I don't think Jen cares for the Tales series. I think it was actually one of the YouTubers I came across on the show.
Because
Jen does love his Final Fantasy stuff.
Oh,
that was me only on that distance.
Be careful, you have no more lives now.
I know.
And we're back to none. But no, like what I'm coming back to, like remakes, it's like you would think that this wouldn't be, there wouldn't be any problems, like, just update the graphics and whatnot. It's like, I get it, there's a lot of like coding and stuff that's involved with making things happen, and sometimes those codings can't execute like to make something look as good as what it looks like in like the older version. So it's like,
I'm listening to you. That was dumb.
No, you're good. It was. I totally get it. Why don't you just smash the other one?
Yeah, I was like, nope. Don't you dare shoot me.
Yep, he tried to. But it's just more of like you would think with like all this updated technology, we would have like no problems at all.
Well, the other part kind of goes with that is, besides some of it is people not having the original code.
Yeah.
Like it's not retained.
Yeah.
The other part is because as well, apparently you're vulnerable to fire. God, you.
And he's on fire for a very long time.
Okay. People don't save the code, so some remakes are literally made from the ground up because they no longer have the coding for the game.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
But like I think the same instance kind of happened to Kingdom Hearts like after when 2 was out. I think the same instance kind of happened when they were trying to make Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't remember that.
It's one of those, I can't remember if it was Kingdom Hearts. I can't remember if it was just Kingdom Hearts in general or if it was like a different game. I just remember that there was a certain game, part of a series.
The one I can think of for Kingdom Hearts to actually do that would be, you dick, would be the card game.
Like I said, I just remember that it was like a certain game within the series, and they were going to try to go from, I think it was 2, they were on 2 still, and they were going to a 3rd game, but all the coding that they had for that game, from like 2, they more or less didn't have it for 3, so that created a lot of problems, a lot of setbacks in terms of game release and coding. So yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. But a butt clench right there for sure.
If you saw with Croc started to fall, then went back. It's like
yeah. No, I saw that and I was like, oh shit.
I'm gonna save.
No, I would too at this point, just because.
I think the best part is when it comes to continue, it just puts it back to the level you're at.
Mm-hmm.
But the best way to say is, since our Nuzlocke snafu with saving, I'm always at that hesitant. Is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
Life's a beach.
Is it?
That's the name of the level. Life's a beach.
No, I saw that. That's the name of it. It was just more of like, oh, is it? Is life a beach? Sometimes it can be. But I think you had a story to tell in terms of like when we were talking about Looney Tunes and the
Bugs
opera.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Sorry for our ADD couch moments. Anyway, Bugs Bunny. This one I'm pretty sure most people know. When it came to the original Space Jam movie, I believe it was Chuck Jones. I could be wrong, but it was a famous Looney Tunes writer. He was alive when the first Space Jam movie came out. You little prick!
Booger. God damn.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
There we go. He was alive when the first movie aired in theaters.
Oh.
And they asked him what he thought of the Space Jam movie.
Yeah.
He hated it.
Oh,
He hated
damn.
everything about it. Said it was nothing but more than a 90-minute market. A 90-minute market sales market thing.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, on that hatred, was literally, if this was a Bugs Bunny cartoon, like it should be, Bugs would have solved that in 5 minutes. And no, he's not wrong.
No, he ain't.
So someone else made a comment about that too, of how that's what the writer said. And oh no.
You can always go back.
Well, it's one of those where is back.
Oh Lord.
Bugs can come on. Bugs can tell an opera that would last 3 hours into 3 minutes. It's like, you know what? Yeah. Because most of the operas I know were thanks to bugs. Most of the musicals I know were thanks to bugs.
Yeah. No, I remember opera being a big thing for Bugs Bunny. One of the big things, anyway. And I remember the best, to me, the best opera Bugs Bunny episode is the one where he's this big shot opera singer has moved into the neighborhood.
Oh, that one's not. No.
Yeah,
That's not the best one.
That one's hilarious.
The barbershop one is the best one.
Oh, that one was good too. They're both good.
The one I think I've shown you the picture of this that makes the barbershop one funnier is someone made a variation of it where it's Android 18 from Dragon Ball. And she is best way to say like she's doing the massage and the tonic onto Krillin's head.
Yeah.
Like how Elmer Fudd was getting the recipient end of that.
Yeah.
So that part is freaking hilarious to me. Hopefully I can find that picture to upload for the lovelies. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious, honestly.
No! Damn it!
We
are having fun. We're playing great games. This couch is so comfortable.
Hey, honey. Do you know why we fall?
Because gravity sucks.
So we can choose to get back up.
No. You're not.
Yeah,
No.
I'm playing the Batman Begins nugget of wisdom on you.
Wait, what?
Batman Begins? You don't remember that?
No.
Being part of Batman Begins?
No.
Yeah. Alfred says it. Like, legit in Batman Begins, when his house is on fire, Alfred finds him, and he leads him to an elevator shaft, and Bruce is having his moment of, like, defeat, and Alfred says that to him. Why do we fall? So we can choose to get back up. So, and primarily that line did not come from Alfred, but it came from his father, but Alfred chose to say it.
Oh yeah, it's that right there is how
right
play
there.
homage to his father. It's to call that back. It's a callback for his own sanity at that point. To say that his family is always with him, kind of thing. But no, for me, Alfred will always be the smart ass with the mouth.
Oh yeah, he truly is. Like, even like in the old Batman cartoons, like I've
90s.
noticed. Yeah, he had the smart ass mouth, and it was just sort of like, yep, that's Alfred.
The one I always will love the most is he tells Bruce, "I drew you a bath," and Bruce walks towards the bathroom. What the shit was that? No, we're done. We're not going there.
No, keep going.
No,
Do it.
we're not
Do it
doing
one more
that one.
time.
No.
One more.
No.
Do it for me.
No.
Oh, you're not going to do it for your wifey?
No.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I know. We're going through the story. Mainly because I'm going to need lives for what's up ahead.
That's fair.
Because of this situation again.
Anyway.
So Bruce walks into the bathroom, and it's like, wait, I thought you said you drew me a bath. And Alfred looks at him, holds up a piece of paper with a picture of a bath.
I love that statement. You don't go this way. You don't have the key for it.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay, I'm not the one who's in control here,
Shut
but
up.
it surprises me that I make that call out before you realize, oh shit, she's right.
Shut up.
I mean, this is payback for not doing that section that I asked you
No!
to do. But no, I'm kind of sad because, well, I feel like the Batman Begins didn't really hold up to, like, a lot of people. What I mean by that, it's like people thought it was great, but it's like not a whole lot of people talk about that movie nowadays.
I don't
It's like
remember the Batman Begins movie.
it's really good
Was that part of the trilogy with the
with the best Joker. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I actually never saw the first one.
Oh, it's good. I
Not
recommend
doubting
it.
I'll admit I missed on that one.
Yeah. No, Batman Begins I definitely recommend. I feel like it doesn't get a lot of love, and that makes me sad because I do believe it's one of the top Batman movies.
I am not liking this. Oh, I'm not liking this.
I
This
mean,
is not ice.
It's not ice.
No, you bastard.
Fuck you. Not today.
There
Can you jump on there? Yeah, there you go. Nice.
we go. Oh, God damn it.
But funny enough, when I was like, I think it was like after like I graduated high school and I had a job and everything. I pretty much had like a collection of movies. Batman Begins was one of the top collections or top movies in my collections, I think. Aside from like Avatar and Star Wars being up there.
I hope you mean the Blue People Avatar, not
The Blue People Avatar. Yep. No, I do love the Avatar, the anime series. I do love that. That one was really good. Very well written.
As much as I love M. Night Shyamalan on his writing. And I will admit, I did see Trap, and that movie was crap. Oh my god. The best part is I know a way they could have done it way better. And
Yeah.
it's literally, they did a very cat and mouse style game movie.
Yeah.
But
And you normally like that too.
I love that idea. However, wait, I need to go that way. Shit.
Yeah, you do.
However, the problem was they only showed from the mouse. They didn't show till the cat until well past.
You lucky.
Oh, come
Oh,
on, there we go. They didn't show the police perspective until late.
that's really sad.
Yeah, because they showed like very, very little of the police aspect during what you saw in the theaters of the concert. And I saw the movie. I was supposed to hit me. That's the wrong name with Voltoad. And the funny part is the last time we recorded with Voltoad, I did the same screw up of the wrong name. But yeah, there's a point in that movie where the guest star of the show or
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
like the big celebrity name they got for it, if you will.
Yeah.
She helps solve the crime when she has literally no reason to.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, here's her perfect aha moment. And does she have any merit or reason to be doing this? No, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was one of our friends who said, Bethany, if you ever see this movie, just watch the trailer and you're fine.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Volto. That was Volto. Because that's after we saw it. Again, it goes the same thing for me with M. Night I love his movies as a story.
Yeah.
He tells some interesting stories, and with how he directs some of his movies, they are usually, screw it. At Zero Lives, screw it. They're usually well told. They're well built.
Yeah.
However, there are some times where you have a good story, but you have a poor execution on how you're doing this.
No, I totally understand it. I totally get it because
Like The Village, for instance. Idea of The Village, great.
Yeah, no, I remember watching The Village and being like, it's...
And that's old enough I can do into spoiler territory.
Yep.
Where it's the premise being a town that has been deprived of modern technology. They're living in the old days, and you don't realize that till near the end. Yay!
I'm not sure what happened there.
I misjudged.
Okay.
But it's basically looks like you're at a village that's probably the 1800s, and they're definitely a small little village, small remote. Well, one person gets ill or sick or something. I don't remember the exact details. But
he gets hurt.
Well, he gets hurt, but I meant as why if he gets hurt, then there was something else that also occurred that they needed outside help with. And they send one of the main character to the outside of town to go get aid. Well, when you go outside of town, you come to find out that no, this is actually a modern telling story of an isolation town. And apparently, the town's founder did not like what he saw in people of corporate greed. Or greed in general, and didn't want that greed to I guess, spoil the innocence of the town. Is the best way to word that.
Well, it wasn't just him. It was like a collection of other people.
Well, yeah, but it was him as the lead.
No, he was. There's the leader of the town that more or less proposed this idea, but he also had like other people on board with him, and they didn't want anyone to go outside of the village parameter because, like, again, modern day. So they called it the other village or the second village, and the reason why they let this particular main character go out into the to go get help from the second village was because she's blind. So
no, it wasn't the second village. She literally, the elders knew that they were in a isolated section. They knew where the edge of the park was. They knew the edge of their thing. So
no, that's why they said don't go out to like the second, the other village, the other.
Oh, just only go to here. Okay. No, you're right there. And that's where we get the big reveal of that. So again, idea, kind of cool. Execution, how it's done, really stupid. And I don't think there really is a good way to execute that as a movie. Honestly, I think that would have been better as a book.
It would have been. I agree.
But the premise, the part that made it worse was the explanation that they tried to give on how airplanes are not permitted to fly over this airspace. Like, they bought out the air right. Like that. No. You guys, I mean, yes, you're trying to cover all your bases, but you went so far over.
You would have to be like a billionaire at that point to like get that type of stuff.
No, they did say he was wealthy. The guy who.
Well, they did, but they didn't say how wealthy he was.
They didn't need to. The emphasis was he was so wealthy of early days in stock and everything else. That he covered everything, but it's not just he has to be so rich. It's the likelihood of no plane ever going over. No.
That is like so low.
All right. Well, that's enough of my tangent. I think we're going to have to move this one on to the next episode. So catch y'all later.
See you guys.